Welcome back to a new video. In this video we are going to create an AI storyteller app using Streamlit and LangChain. Our app is going to take prompt from us and it's going to generate a story based on it. And we are going to have this in a web app. You can see the app that we are going to create in this video from the screen right now. Let's start coding. I'm in VS Code screen right now. So what I'm going to do at the first place is I want to show you how we can use large language models on a Jupyter notebook. So I will close this welcome page and I'm going to create a Jupyter notebook with the name large language model. And at the first place, before doing anything, I want to show you the versions that I'm using on Streamlit and LangChain, because sometimes libraries can get updated and the codes or codes working behind the codes can change. So something runs in this video maybe won't run in your computer. So for not having that issue, I love to first show the library versions that I use. So we will use Streamlit and LangChain mainly in this video. And at the Streamlit side, my Streamlit version is 1.24.1 and LangChain version is 0.2.12. So how we can install that? You can just say pip install, and after the library you need to say version like this. And also at the Mac side you need to say pip3, and same applies for the Streamlit too. Well, let's do that. It's good to be showing everything one, and same applies for this. So you can install this by applying these commands from the terminal. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my imports on LangChain. So we are going to import OpenAI from LangChain, and we are going to import large language model chain from LangChain.chains, import LM chain, and next we are going to import prompt template from LangChain.prompts. I made a typo there, so I'm going to fix that quickly. Here it is. So next I'm going to enter my API key in here, import operating system environment, OpenAI API key, and I will say your API key starts with SK, and I'm not going to share mine. I think this video is going to cost around 30 to 40 cents, but when you sign up for the first time on the OpenAI website, they gift you $5 free balance and you can create API keys for free. So if you're creating a new account, you can use this API credits. So what you need to do for getting an API key is you just need to type Google OpenAI API Playground like this, and then you are going to find the OpenAI's website and you can create your API key from there. So I'm going to paste my API key in here. I'm going to delete that and I will be recording again right now. Okay, our API key is ready. Now I'm going to create prompt template, and this is going to give our application the logic. Like we are going to say large language model to create a story about the topic. So we are going to give the topic as the input variable, and in the template we will say write a short story about topic, and it's going to be dynamic. We are using brackets and we are passing the input variable inside this text. Okay, next we are going to initialize the large language model. So we will say LLM and we will say OpenAI like this. And next, by the way, I don't want to see any type of depreciation warnings. They are useful. So I will say, since they are useless, I will say warnings, filter warnings, and I will say ignore. So from now on, I'm not going to get any sort of depreciation errors, and I'm going to create my chain like large language model chain. LLM is going to be LLM and prompt is going to be prompt. And when we want to run this chain, we can simply say chain.run, and let's say line, and I made a typo on the response, but it doesn't matter, print once upon a time in the vast and beautiful African savanna. So it generates a story about lion. Great. So this is how we can use large language models using LangChain. Now we are going to create a Streamlit app with this logic. So I'm going to come to Explorer and I will say app.py, and I'm going to code my app. Like I will say import Streamlit as st, import, actually we need to say from LangChain, import OpenAI from LangChain, the chains, import large language model chain from LangChain, the prompts, import prompt template, and then I will say Streamlit.title story generator with LangChain. By the way, you can give your API key in here, like you can import operating system and enter your API key in the same way in here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enter my API key from terminal when I will be running the Streamlit app. You can use both, it's completely up to you, but I don't want my API key to be seen on the video, so I will use the terminal way. But you can just say import operating system and set the operating system environment again in here. So next what I'm going to do is I will say, actually let's use Streamlit.divider for getting a better looking user interface. We will say topic and we will say Streamlit text input, and we will say enter a topic for your story, and then we are going to create our prompt template input variables. It's going to be topic, and we will say template is going to be write a short story about topic. Great. And next we are going to initialize our language model like this, and we will say chain is going to be LangChain large language model with prompt equals to prompt, and we will say Streamlit.divider and if topic, so it's not null, means if topic, if user enters something, then this if statement is going to work. We will say response is going to be chain.run topic, and we will say Streamlit write response. Great, our app is ready. So I'm going to save this file, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, firstly I will say export, and I will say OpenAI API key, and with a Q sign I'm going to enter my API key in here. Next I will say Streamlit run app.py from here. I'm not going to show you the API key part, but let me show you again. I will say export OpenAI API key equals to this. So I'm going to be entering that right now. So I entered my API key. Now I will say Streamlit run app.py, and my app is in here. Great. By the way, it throws an error. I can see this right now. I'm just going to delete this equal sign. I just see the typo, and I'm going to save my file again. It's going to work perfectly, so there is no problem right now. And we can see that we have this local URL in here. So you can just go to that local URL by pressing or copying it. Our app is ready on there. So I will be recording on my browser right now. Our app is ready on there. You can just go to that website. Here is our Streamlit app, and it's looking beautiful. So we can change its theme, like from the not about section, from the settings section, we can say wide mode, or we can say light like this. I'm going to be going with dark, and I will say enter topic for your story. A brave toy, let's say. So we are waiting for our story, and we can see that our story is ready. Once upon a time in a cozy toy shop. Great, it's looking really good. So let's say like smart line. Let's say this. Let's test that. So it says once upon a time in a West American savanna. Great. So let's try with something else, like a hero in New York City. Let's try that. So it was a typical day in New York City. The bustling streets were crowded with people rushing to and from work. So we have our app ready and it's working smoothly. So I'm going to be going to the code editor right now and summarizing what we did in this video, and then we can finish this tutorial. So in here we import Streamlit, we import OpenAI, large language model chain, and prompt template from Streamlit and LangChain. We imported Streamlit directly, but we make our imports on the LangChain side one by one from LangChain. By the way, don't forget to install these versions. If you are having trouble with your current version and you didn't install these versions, and we give our app a title, then we use Streamlit.divider. We take the input from the user, like enter a topic for your story. Then we say prompt and we get our prompt with topic, and we pass the topic that we take in here dynamically, like write a short story about this. And then we initialize our language model, we create our chain, and we use divider after that. If there's something entered in the topic side, we run our chain and get our response and print it. So that was our AI Storyteller app. Let's get to the outro. Thanks for watching this tutorial on creating an AI app using LangChain and Streamlit. I have a playlist named AI and LangChain tutorials, and you can check that playlist for more videos like this. You can reach to that playlist from the cards of this video. Also, I'm sharing new data science videos every week. You can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Have a great day.